Hey folks, welcome back. Tomorrow is my birthday and I wanted to cover my favorite movie. Again, none other than The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. I did cover it a year ago when I just started this YouTube journey, but dear God, it is so horrible. I really want to try it again. And I mean, based on her profile, she seems like a chill person who is just chilling. No! But I just want to go off on a little rant first. It is insane to me to know that so many people that watch Walter Mitty didn't get it. Like, it literally flew over their heads, and that's baffling. The ones who did, it literally changed their life, including mine. And mad props to those who already made videos on this and giving it the praise it really deserves. Because the movie was absolutely amazing. Over 11 years later, and it's still my favorite movie. So as always, I'll be sharing my thoughts as the movie progresses. So kick back, relax, grab a slice of clementine cake, subscribe, and let's do this. This is Walter, played by the OG himself, Ben Stiller. He's just casually stalking his crush's profile on eHarmony. Her name is Cheryl, and from the looks of it, she doesn't have insanely high standards. She just wants a decent human being in her life. But Walter doesn't even believe he's that, so he just struggles with himself to send a wink on the profile. I think it's safe to say we've all been there, actually. Somehow he manages to muster up the courage, only to get an error, but hey, at least he did it. Now, I did mention in my other video about how amazing the visuals are in this movie, and it's for a reason. This probably won't be the last time.
It definitely won't be.
So while waiting on his train for work, he calls up eHarmony, and this guy named Todd Maher answers. But he explains to Walter that his whole profile is blank and that could be the reason why. But unfortunately, Walter isn't an interesting person in general, so...
No! Get out! She's gonna blow! Go! Go!
So that happened. Except he was actually daydreaming. So much so, he missed his train. That's a serious problem he has.
What, did you pass out or?
No, I just zoned out for a second.
Do you do that a lot?
Normal amount?
Ha! No, it wasn't. He works for Time magazine and learns they got acquired over the weekend. And honestly, it just sounds like a fancy word for firing people. And in comes Ted Hendricks, the guy in charge of this whole transition.
Photo units to manage
Sorry,
negative...
I was really getting into this song. I stopped listening to you.
And he's a douche. You know, I've never actually met anybody this mean before. Does that actually happen?
I was saying, you know who looks good in a beard? Dumbledore, not you.
It would have been so nice if he actually said that, but he was daydreaming again.
Hey!
Hey!
How was your weekend?
I had an awesome weekend.
Oh, I knew it was gonna happen and it still stings. Damn. But he just can't help himself with the daydreaming again. So much that Ted and his gang notices and gives him absolute beans for it. Poor Walter. He meets a new negative role from their best shooter, Sean O'Connell, who also gave him a note and a gift for his birthday today.
Number 25 is my best ever. The quintessence of life. I trust you'll get it where it needs to go.
Keep this in mind for later. It was a pretty nice gift, honestly, and with life's motto on it too. Once again, I'll put it here for anybody who wants to pause and read. But uh-oh, number 25 is missing. Oh no!
Hey, we need negative 25.
There's a floor meeting and they're expecting it. Jeez, the pressure. In the meeting, they basically say this is the last physical issue of Life magazine before they go online. And well, Sean himself personally requested that they use number 25 because it's the best photo he's ever taken. So no pressure. But he manages to buy himself some time by saying it's being processed. Like a champ. Good job, Walter. Whew. I'm not sweating, you're sweating. So he finally gets an excuse to talk to Cheryl for an address. Because guess what? Our boy Sean is old school. Like extremely old school. To the point where he doesn't use any phones. He has no social media, nothing. So he's basically off the grid. Making life very difficult. See what I did there?
She does say she checked with one of her friends who sent out a check for Sean and get back to Walter.
So progress, at least.
Yes. Okay. Oh, are you coming?
Yes, I'm not. Yes, I have to stay.
And you were doing so well too. Come on. To top it off, he printed out 24, 26, and 27 to see if he can get any clue as to what the heck 25 was.
Hey! Walter, right?
My boy started on that train. Whoop whoop. Okay, I'm being weird. I'm sorry. He tells her the situation and she's more than happy to assist in figuring it out.
Yeah, I'll be like...
Ah! It's so painful! Oh. And what's that chat with Cheryl without some more daydreaming? That's how many times already? He gets a call from his sister that he has to tend to, where this giant piano can't fit into the new apartment his mom is moving into. It's a memento from their dad he gave to her on their wedding day, so they gotta go somewhere else.
Happy birthday.
Stretch Armstrong!
I have never, ever seen a toy like that in my life.
Yes, Stretch Armstrong. Now stretching fun farther than ever before.
They're a bit caught up looking at Mom's Walter box, that's what she calls it, with a backpack, a travel journal to Walter from his dad, and accomplishments. So after their dad died, my boy just stopped being his adventurous self and just started working. Damn, that's depressing. Frick. His boy hits him up because he finds a new clue, and Walter notices that it's a boat.
Erkig snack.
Was it here I did the weird bit?
Hey, this is a place of business, not a place of jelly man toys.
Honestly, this was a little too good to be true, but this one was one of his better daydreams. It was fun.
Hello?
Hey!
Who is this?
Todd from eHarmony.
Is that a normal thing for them to just casually call you back? Anyways, he tries helping him beef up his profile so he'll be able to actually send his wink. Man is taking this job seriously. But he offers him some friendly advice. Just ask her out. He hangs up on him cause priorities. And again, she's more than willing to help him. She googles the name on the photo, but not before getting a message to pick up her son at the park.
Do you want to walk up with me?
Starting now?
Yeah, starting now.
Okay.
I love this movie. And the walk doesn't go to waste, so I'm proud of my boy. So proud. Also, while Cheryl's on the phone with her friend, Walter does some...
Yeah, it's kind of important.
insane stuff, actually. I'm surprised his body remembers how to do that. The result of the phone call is that he's either in New Jersey or Greenland. So I wonder which one it's gonna be.
Nuke, Greenland.
It's...
Yeah.
Of course. I love how she's encouraging him to follow his wallet, this thingy, and just go to Greenland and crack the case. And now we get the most terrifying and disturbing daydream in the whole movie that I did not enjoy, so we're just gonna skip it.
Hey, Dream Machine. Hello? I want proof you heard me. Next time I see you.
You see the picture?
Yikes. Walter had his boy searching this whole time. Frick. They come to the conclusion that Sean still has 25 on him. So my boy finally decides to just pick up his stuff and go. Go! Okay, no more weirdness. It was just two of them. Look at this scene right here. Perfection. Come on. He pulls up at the address, which happens to be a bar. The lady tells him they usually fly the mail to the boats. Ukeksnek. But before he can find out more, he's bombarded by a drunk Post Malone. He just wants him to sing with him. And it, slightly escalates. Thankfully, before my boy gets stabbed, he sees his thumb, which was in one of the photos. Gotta love how men operate. One moment we're trying to kill each other, the next moment we're drinking beers. Oh, and by the way, he's the pilot for the helicopter.
I'm just blown away I located your thumb.
There's like 8 people in Greenland.
Posty invites him to come with him to the boat because Sean might still be there. But my boy is drunk. Drinking and driving is bad? How about drinking and flying a whole helicopter? There's no roads.
Okay, I'm not gonna go with you.
I mean, can you blame him? He still manages to daydream Cheryl singing the song Major Tom. It's what Ted called him back when he was making fun of him in this scene here, which encourages him to leap into a helicopter to his potential death. And another beautiful shot. Amazingly, they make it to Urkiksneck. But what Walter didn't know is that they don't land. He has to jump onto a small boat from there.
No! No, Walter! I'm at the other boat! The little boat!
Fun. But honestly though, what a beautiful and peaceful shot. Frick. Also, he only has 1 minute before he freezes. And there's a fin in the water.
I don't think it's a porpoise!
I'm telling you, it's a porpoise!
Hey!
Now, what an odd looking porpoise. At least they save him before he's attacked. This makes 2 times he could have died. Maybe even 3 if he didn't know how to swim.
A pilot boat came. They took him 4 hours ago.
What the frick? I don't remember that. They took him to Iceland, and conveniently enough, that's where they're heading to now. Because Walter lost their radio parts that Posty brought over for them in the water. His new friend gives him a slice of cake that Sean brought for them, but he notices a bunch of what looks like notes on the paper with dates on it. It's a shoot itinerary, so great.
What is Aija Fala Jokal?
Excuse me?
Oh god, I'm having flashbacks. No! Anyways, that odd name is a volcano in Iceland. And the date is for tomorrow.
Yeah, he didn't write a time on that clue paper.
No, man, hurry! Because of...
Why even? They were really trying to tell him there's only one bike and a bunch of horny men. So he has to outrun them in order to get the bike. I can't remember if I mentioned in my old video, but it's because of this movie that Iceland is on my bucket list now. It's just a beautiful country. Look at this! Lo and behold, Todd from eHarmony calls him again. And he tells him of his new experience he just had.
I can't really talk right now. I'm on my way to a volcano.
What the?
If it sounds good, it sounds good. My boy immediately starts daydreaming again. So much that he hit a post and completely destroyed his bike. I hope he can see now how much it actually takes away from him though. So now he has to foot it until he comes across some locals. And well, they don't speak any English.
I've Jalakuta, something like that. I've Lukuta, I've Lutakuta.
He offers to trade them his Stretch Armstrong for the longboard, and for some reason the boy agrees to it. The hotel is strangely empty, but thankfully the guy in the back actually speaks English, and he told him where Sean went. But Walter just dips before Broseph can tell him anything more. Oh boy, I wonder what that could be. And now we get arguably the best sequence in this whole movie. Ha! Good movie. He reaches his destination and it's strangely empty as well. Then the sirens go off. The guy shows up from earlier trying to get him in the car.
Erection! 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 Erection?
He actually meant to say eruption that Sean happens. He actually meant to say eruption that Sean so happens to be heading straight to, like an absolute madman. This has to be insanely scary to be dealing with though. Anyways, they did manage to survive unscathed, so Broseph drops him off at a Papa John's. And he calls Cheryl to update her on his whereabouts and what he found. But the translation of the words unfortunately didn't connect. Yet. He does open up a bit about his dad and how close they were. I guess being in Papa John's really brought him back to that time when he lost him. Damn, I didn't even notice that before.
Is it nice there?
I'd imagine the answer is hell yes. Okay, I'm sorry. But Ted wants to see Walter now. So it's time to head back home.
I understood that hopefully it was in Iceland.
It was in your care.
You just give me some more time.
You're fired.
Ah, frick. Damn.
More than 1 million, way more negatives have come through my office. I've never mislaid one.
Put it on a plaque. Hang it at your next job.
Mans is a douche. But at least Walter is standing up for himself now.
It's a skateboard. It's for Cheryl's son.
Cheryl's let in. She was let go.
What the frick? So he heads on over to her house, but... who the F is this fool?
Cheryl, honey?
This fool. So my boy just leaves the board and dips, as he really should. And his daydreaming comes back, but this time it's taunting him, unfortunately.
Thank you very much.
Alright, thanks everybody.
Damn. And while he's chilling on his couch, he happens to notice something is very, very familiar. It was his piano! What?
Did somebody take a picture of your piano like a week ago?
I did, with Sean's camera.
I have a theory that Sean and his mom be getting it on. His mom said she did tell him, but Walter was just too busy daydreaming. As usual, unfortunately.
Someplace with warlocks or...
Warlords. Sean said he had to meet with warlords.
I said what I said. So his proper search of the terms bring him to Afghanistan, in the Himalayas to be specific. Mom gives him the motivation he needs to continue his search, so it's time to go! Again! But this time he's using his gift from his dad, which is actually quite poetic. So while he's trekking through, he's journaling and gets the blessing to continue trekking from the warlords. Even more beautiful, beautiful shots. So good. This is the furthest point the escorts will carry him, so he's on his own now. Now we see that he's all alone. Alone. But I'm surprised he know where he's going. Like, there's no trails or signs. Like, Todd calls him again from eHarmony to tell him his profile turned out great with his new adventures he added in. And he's getting a lot of winks now.
Cheryl Melhoff, she's not on here anymore. Withdrawn.
Cheryl. Poor. But before he can finish telling Todd to take him off of eHarmony, Sean asks him to shut the hell up. I'm paraphrasing. He finally found him, yay! Sean says he's waiting for a snow leopard, which is why he's even there to begin with.
Beautiful things don't ask for attention.
Still love that line so much. Anyways, he finally tells Sean about the missing negative from the batch he sent. Finally.
It's in your wallet. That was the gift, the photograph. The wallet was just something I could put it in, so I put it in a little slot.
Oh no! Yeah, you know, it's in the wallet he tossed. Yeah, that freaking wallet.
It's a shame. It was a beauty.
The snow leopard finally shows up, but instead of shooting it, Sean said he prefers to just enjoy the moment without having the distraction. And honestly, I can only imagine how many of these he didn't actually take. After the snow leopard leaves, my boy immediately gets distracted by a bunch of dudes playing football.
What was the picture? Let's just call it a ghost cat, Walter Mitty.
Take it away, Pastor Adam. What was the picture, Sean? Why you couldn't just say it was in the wallet, Sean? I came all this way to find out, Sean. I'd still really love to know how they got this shot. Anyone? He's back at LA's airport, but TSA held him because he was in a sussy region, like there's a travel ban. So they ask him if he knows anyone who can verify that he's actually Walter Mitty. Oh boy, I wonder who.
Walter Mitty, Todd Mahar, eHarmony.
I love when things come full circle. They catch up and he said Walter got 300 winks before Todd actually took down his profile, which is a real achievement. Walter has some options now. Cheryl, who? Poor.
How's the daydreaming going?
Lately, less.
Love to see it. But they ended up selling Mom's piano anyway. But his mom was fine with it, honestly. I think Walter was the one who was holding on.
Found it in the trash. I always save your knickknacks.
He finally has the photo now. Just take a quick peek at it first, please. My boy walks into the building, interrupts their meeting, drops the photo, and tells Ted off. As he should. In a nice way, actually.
What was it? Sasquatch? A unicorn?
A negative?
Yeah.
I mean, it may as well be, right? My boy has an insane resume now, though. Although I'm not sure how that will actually help him get a job, unless he's applying for Red Bull. He gets an email from Rich, Cheryl's son, thanking him for the skateboard, so that was nice actually. It's time to get his final paycheck, but he sees Cheryl in the distance, so he catches up to her. And finally, he just tells her how he feels. In a very Walter Mitty way, I might add, but progress.
Oh, and her ex-husband was just there that day to fix her fridge.
They didn't actually get back together, so... Woo! Also, don't think I didn't notice this beautiful shot. Come on. Also, today is the day of the final issue. And it's about time. Amazing. Come on. What? So good. My boy is fulfilled now. And he takes her hand. Like a real boss. And that's the movie. It was still so good. I have seen so many videos talking about this movie. Some for it, some just didn't think it was all that. And even the comments of people who said it actually changed their life. Myself included, of course. I don't think it's a coincidence that a good chunk of people think this movie is amazing. Yeah, it has its flaws, and I actually did notice some of it because I've been doing this YouTube thing. But you know what? Who cares? It's clear Walter was adventurous and full of life up until his dad died, because they were so close. And apart from it affecting him and him not healing from that, he felt like someone needed to be the head of the household. The funny thing is they don't spoon feed you this information, but it is there. So he started to bottle himself up for so many years to the point that he started daydreaming to make his life seem not so terrible, which was depressing. But thanks to every decision he consciously made to push himself forward, he finally was able to let go of his dad and start living again. And everything just came together so well in the final issue. What a beautiful movie. If it's so wrong to take inspiration from this movie, then I really don't want to be right. And as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you next week. Peace!